Hello and welcome into the JMac podcast. Today on the program, we're going to be talking about the state of project management and what are some of the changes? What is the future of project management? Are you still using a spreadsheet within your company to run your projects? Well, if you are, you might be missing out on a lot of great benefits. That world is changing dramatically. And one of the people who are in the process of making these incredible changes joined us on the program today. Now, his name is Abdulla. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's an angel investor, and he's a passionate project management professional. He's the founder and CEO of PMaspire Singapore. Now, this is a top-ranked project management solutions provider. They help professionals in 120 countries in 7 international languages, and they have global offices in Singapore, Canada, Bangladesh, and the UAE. Now, Abdulla was awarded as the most influential CEO of 2018 by the Corporate Vision magazine of the UK. His company, PMaspire, ranked among the top 30 fastest growing companies in the Asia Pacific regions. Not only that, PMaspire has also won National ITC Award of 2018 and 2019 respectively for e-learning platform and AI-based PMO software. Now, I'm also very excited to talk to Abdulla about this AI character named Ali, which he has created. This is the artificial intelligence for PMO software. All right, Abdulla, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm excited to learn a little bit about your journey, how you got involved in project management, and talk a little bit about the state of project management today and how important it is to organizations out there. But before we dive into all that, tell me a little bit how you got involved in the tech sector and what drove you in the direction of project management.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Jay. Thank you for inviting me this session. Well, that's an interesting question you asked. So I was a finance graduate, but then I did my MBA in marketing and sales, and I joined a tech company as a sales guy. And a lot of people were asking, "You're a finance guy. What are you doing in a tech company?" I said, even you use Microsoft softwares. There is a salesperson who is going to sell it to you, right? Not the engineers. So then I started get comfortable with the tech companies. I started enjoying it. Then learned about the whole software life cycle. How software business get done. Worked in local companies, international companies, in MNCs, and figured out that probably tech is somewhere. If I have the business knowledge and if I can actually combine these technical and business knowledge together, I can actually create a fantastic business model, right? So then got interested in project management. I did my PMP almost 10 years back and got actually into a project management training business. So I wanted to be a trainer for a long time. And I actually did and figured out probably I can speak better in when there's a lot of people around. And then I realized there is a niche in the project management industry. Especially, I can add a lot of value through technology into this space. Then in 2014, I set up my company called PMaspire. So with a solutions called exam simulation platform, and within last 6 years, almost we have served more than 100,000 users around the world. We have exam simulation platform through which project manager basically learns project management. We have enterprise learning management systems. We have project management software. It's not just a project management software. It's a PMO software. It's a bit advanced than regular project management. And we are the architect of this AI-based project management software. And it is also doing great. So all of our softwares are available in 7 international languages because project management is a kind of things that you do it in your organizations, you do it in every countries, you do it in every person in the world. So, and if you cannot make it, if you cannot make it localized through their local languages, it's difficult to communicate, right? So that's why all of our products are available in 7 international languages, and it is doing the trick for us. And even during the pandemic, we had a good business, and we're happy to actually support project professionals around the world.
Well, fantastic. I have to think actually that the project management and management software during the pandemic must have become more important, not less important, with everybody working from home and in different locations. Having a software that everybody can use and in their own language, it had to have been key during this time.
Absolutely. So basically, you see, when there is a remote work, always you see the project managers or the project manager needs to manage their projects. He needs to manage his project project teams, right? And his teams are located in different locations. So one of the big challenge is to ensure the productivity when people are working remotely. So that's why the need for project management becomes very important. The tracking of the activities, tracking of the deliveries, that becomes very important, right? That's why we actually also call these kind of solutions the productivity tool, right? So basically, you can track your project's productivity, velocities through these systems. That's why it has become a very important tool nowadays, and we are seeing a good peak in the adoption of project management software in all continents. So looking good.
Yeah, were you surprised? I have to tell you, I was really surprised at how quickly the entire globe went to a work from home model. I thought the internet would be overloaded. I thought software was going to be overloaded. And it seemed like we were prepared. And I can't imagine what it would have been like to go through this pandemic just 10 years ago.
Welcome to the 21st centuries,
Yeah.
right? And to be very frank, big applause goes to tech giants like Zoom and all other technology platforms, and they get a lot of good credits because nowadays a lot of platforms are available where people can connect very easily, right? And that was one of the key areas that the we could have adopted these situations. And because of e-commerce revolutions, now you can actually order anything sitting at home, and when people will come and deliver to you, keeping all the hygiene factors intact. So we are living in a very interesting era, actually. And then we saw that you can do anything sitting at home, as long as you have the money, of course.
Yeah.
Right. So technology in all space, even you are managing projects, sitting at home. This is very interesting. We never could thought that we could manage projects sitting at home, because project management requires people management, engagement, teamwork, and a lot of other stuff. But using, let's say, our software called baseline PMO softwares, people are doing their daily stand-up meeting through the softwares. People are managing their agile projects. People are managing their waterfall projects. You need to, the project manager needs to send the monthly status report. They're just clean with just one click. He's able to send the monthly status report to his sponsors, right? So that's very interesting. Yeah, kudos to these tech giants and the technology professionals. I would rather say that like doctors, we tech people are kind of like the front liner who are actually helping to manage pandemic sitting at home, right?
Yeah, yeah. The other thing that I thought, I remember before the pandemic, there were a lot of companies. Well, not a lot. There were many that were dabbling with work from home, but there was this concern. Can we get the same level of productivity from our employees? Can we manage products remotely? Those types of things, or projects remotely. And I think that we learned that, yes, absolutely. In fact, we're kind of seeing a little bit of a backlash. Employees are saying, we'd like to continue to work from home and not come back to the office.
That's an interesting finding, Cecil. A lot of people, if you ask them to come and work at the office, they said, "I'm not going to work,
Yeah.
from office. I'm rather comfortable working from, at home." You see, I have a couple of perspectives here. So, from a project management point of view, we divide the projects at two kind of things. Like one is, the knowledge work projects, right? Another one is like the industrial projects, right?
Mm.
So you cannot build a bridge sitting at home, right? You cannot, right?
Right, right.
So we call those actually the industrial projects. So for
Okay.
industrial projects, lot of big infrastructure related projects seriously got impacted, right? And the projects got delayed. Definitely they will have to come up with a strategy to compress their projects, to manage their project schedules and all. But when it comes to kind of like, knowledge work projects like software development, kind of thing, research and development kind of thing, then basically, yeah, pandemics situation probably help them more, because now people sitting at home, they get more time to think, right? So probably they can add more value to the systems. But definitely industrial projects got seriously impacted. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the future now? I mean, part of the problem is that as a global situation, countries are in different places, as you know, with the pandemic. Some are still in full lockdown, others are starting to open up. Does that complicate the situation with your software and how your vendors use it?
You see, from our perspective, since we provide these exam simulation and project management solutions, right? It's the interesting fact is around 90% global PMOs. PMOs is the project management office,
Mm-hmm.
where projects get monitored and managed, are kind of manual. That means 90% I'm talking about. 90% PMOs are running manual. So
Mm.
they don't, this big opportunity for us to actually help them understand the value of the automations, and how that basically, establish the transparency and, the visibility to the top management. So the thing we are experiencing in, so now we have an opportunity to reach out to them and tell them, try it out, see how PMO kind of software automation really helps you. The beauty is that the moment they start realizing these benefits, I don't think it is going to, even though go back to the, the regular, office work or something, they are going to rely on this kind of platform because they need it, and that saves their significant amount of time to prepare their reports. Top management can see the visibility and a lot of things, so that basically add a lot of value and save their time. So that's not a problem. So we are not we are seeing the huge market opportunities, and and current situation is also, is okay, and hopefully we have to deal with this situation another 6 to 1 year time at least, right? And
Right.
we have no other way except adjusting with the current situation. So we have to live our life. People are kind of suffocated, like last 2 years, almost 1.5 years. People are kind of suffocated, right? So this is how humans are. We adapt the situation, right? Historically, we have
Yeah.
adapted the situations and, reacted to the situations and handled the situations. This is the strength of the human character. So from a business point of view, we see a lot more opportunities in upcoming days.
Yeah, I have to go back to that. That really shocks me that 90% of businesses, what are they just using spreadsheets? Is that how they're managing their projects?
That's interesting, actually. It is the fact. It is a fact. Many of them actually using still manual spreadsheets, right? Except, only few PMOs in North Americans in Europe, and especially in APEC regions, they have kind of automated tool, because one of the problems that we are solving PMaspire through our baseline PMO software. You see, traditionally, the challenge of the PMOs were they didn't have one integrated solution which can manage their entire PMO, right? When I say one integrated solution, probably they are using one kind of software which is only offering them task management. You can
Mm-hmm.
just, manage your tasks. They are using another kind of software which is actually helping them for reporting, right? So another software for actually getting inputs from the field level. And that's a bit challenging for many of the PMOs. And that was the gap. That's why PMaspire, we build this Airbase PMO platform, which is the integrated system for the entire PMO. That means you can manage your tasks, you can manage your change management, integrated change management. You can manage your risk, you can manage your issues, you can manage your, monthly, quarterly, yearly project reportings. You can see your portfolio overviews, right? So it's one true single platform which is actually helping you to manage your entire PMO. So that's why the market opportunity is huge. So our only challenge is to reach out to these PMOs and tell them, here's the beautiful products that you have. You can try it out.
Yeah, it's remarkable. I can't imagine how you would stay on top of everything If everyone's using their own task list, they're probably all using different types of software. There's absolutely no possible way without some type of centralized system that
Yeah.
you can know everything going on. It's just an impossibility.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, a lot of things are connected also. Nowadays, if you look at the corporates, even the small and medium-sized enterprises, previously a lot of small and medium-sized enterprises, they were not focused on project management compliance, right? So people still think that they can go and start, break down the task and start managing the projects. But nowadays, the good news is that because of PMI and a lot of, other global institutions, they're working really hard and helping transferring the best project management practices. Nowadays actually SME is also investing into project management. So then now they realize that organizations should be process driven, not individual driven, right? So that means we have entered to an area where basically we see huge potential into project management, project management space globally. It's an exponential opportunities around there. And we came up with an entire project management suite. As I mentioned, we are the only company in the world now. We have the entire project management suite to manage PMO, right? Yeah, that's why recently we also made investment to another company called PMO Global Institutes. They actually provide these CB PMO certifications, which is good for the for the PMO heads and the team who works in PMO. So that's what that covers the entire thing. We offer project management training. We offer these exam simulation platform. We offer these CBPMO certifications as well as PMO certifications. We offer these AI-based PMO. The entire suite we are covering. So we that's why we have like 500 plus partners now. So it's expanding. So we are really excited to this journey.
Yeah, I can tell you're excited and very passionate about it. I can see companies saying, "Oh, we can handle it. This is just a smaller project." What would you say to them? At what point do they need PMaspire? At what point can they benefit from what you have to offer?
That's a very good question, Jay. Actually, you're very true. Most of the sponsors you'll ask, the CEOs ask, they don't use any automation. They said, "I'm managing project very well," right?
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, yeah. So that's important that they are aware about the beauty of project management. So otherwise we need to educate them, like so this is how you can improve your current process. There is always a scope for improvements, right? So not a single process is bulletproof. So everything can be improved. So we ask them a couple of questions, very simple questions. Normally I ask a couple of questions. Number one question: how many projects you are managing? So, let's say he said 10, 15 projects you are managing, right? Then I asked, when do you get your, status report of these projects? I say, yeah, probably, for early in the month. I said, that's good. Is that real-time data, or is that sent by your project manager? And probably you can check when was the last time the project, this particular data were taken from the project. And most of the cases we see that probably 15 days old data is producing at the end of the month. Right, so it's not going to bring value to the sponsor. So then through dialogue they realize that yeah, there is a need for centralized system which is transparent and gives them the visibility wherever they are. As long as they have access to the mobile phone, they can see the visibility of the project. So what is the status of the project? What is my burn rate? When the project is going to be finished? What is my delivery timeline for today, next week, and next month, right? So yeah, through dialogue we need to manage a lot of things.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that it's not just about getting the project done in the most efficient way possible. You've also got to be saving a lot of money, because I think one of the biggest issues in companies today is duplication of effort, right? And so people who are working on the same project and they don't realize they're both doing the same thing, or things that fall through the cracks. So if you can get things done more efficiently, you've got to be sending money right to the bottom line.
That's another good point you mentioned, Jay. Absolutely. You see, Normally they're worried. A lot of sponsors are worried that PMO is going to cost them a lot if they want to go for this automation process. We take this challenge. We say your ROI is just 6 months.
Mm.
Is just 6 months. The amount you're going to invest in these PMO rollout projects. When we talk about PMO rollout projects, it's about initially you need to set up your processes, procedures, SOPs, tools, templates you need to set up. Then you have to actually transfer the PMO knowledge to your stakeholders, especially the project team members, right? They need to know how to manage the PMO, right? And what is their policy and procedure. Then the third layer is the software that needs to be installed and that needs to be updated regularly, right? So it requires an investment. Probably in 2 to 3 quarters is rollout. So normally we always take this challenge. We say that within 6 months, with the formula that we have, we can actually, ensure the ROI within just 6 months, right? And it's proven. We have done it many times.
That's fantastic. And I'm curious just about your software. Is it SaaS or is it software that gets installed on each device?
Actually, as I mentioned, when it comes to PMO rollout projects, PMO, so it has a couple of parts. It has basically three parts. Number one is PMO is what is PMO? It's kind of your departments, right? So where you try to manage your projects, okay? That's why if it is a country, you need the constitutions for the country. So for PMO also, you need to have the policy procedure to be ready, so that you know the rules, regulations, and the boundaries and the territories, right? So first phase of PMO is like PMO setup consulting projects, right? Second phase is like you need to transfer this knowledge to your citizens. Citizens means your team members in the projects, right? They need to know what is your organization policy and procedures to manage projects. And number three is the software. The software that we have is a SaaS model. It is on the subscription model. We charge per user per month and per year. And it comes with a package, like different packages, lots are there. And yeah, probably from third month or fourth month, you start using this software. And within 6 months, you can see the visibility of your projects, how really your projects X is doing compared to YZ, because YZ is still not under this system. Gradually it will come. So yeah, so to answer your questions, it goes through these three levels initially.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can see it also giving you a competitive advantage. If your competitors are still using spreadsheets and you've optimized with great project management, it makes it so you can respond to issues faster and be more efficient in the process.
Absolutely. I mean, the way we have designed this application, and we have this character called Ali, right? So it's a virtual assistant, right?
Okay.
It's your project manager assistant. The moment you log in, Ali will welcome you, and she will give you the whole portfolio status, right? So, for example, what is your risk doing? What is your issue doing? What is your task today? So, what are the things you need to do in next couple of days? These are all status she will give you. Even sometimes we are working on this that very soon she will be start making calls to all your team members, all the even he will make you call to you even in the middle of the night, because risk has no holidays or midnights, right? If she thinks a risk is due, and she will not bother, she will start making the calls, right? So this is Ali, one of the key characters that we have. Number two is that a lot of other features we have incorporated, like backlog management, bug trackers, right? Requirement management, change management. So basically, you manage agile projects, you manage, the traditional projects or hybrid projects. Everything can be served through this system.
Does somebody need to be a certified project management to use your system?
Well, we have these, certification called CBPMO certification. CBPMO certification called Certified Baseline PMO Consultant. So somebody wants to be a PMO consultant, they may go for this CBPMO certification. It is coming from PMO Global Institute, which is a partner of PMaspire, right? We are also the technology solution provider for them. And yeah, if someone becomes actually CBPMO certified, they can start using these tool, and he or she knows how to implement this tool and how to bring out the best from this tool, right? So yeah, CBPMO certification probably will add a lot of value.
Absolutely. I'm curious if there's any stories that come to the top of your mind about how you know personally how your software has impacted a specific organization and how they say now we couldn't live without your product.
Yeah, the many cases it happens actually. In this recent time, so one of the big, real estate company, they have like 2000s ready apartments to be sold, right? And a lot of other villas and a lot of other stuffs actually, under construction. And the chairman reached out to me and said, Abdullah, we are struggling because we have a lot of unsold projects, a lot of under construction projects, a lot of projects in the pipeline to be initiated, and I have literally no visibility when my which projects will finish and what time, right? And we took this this particular case, and we started working with this company. And the beautiful part is that initially, we figured out that they have a big team, but there is no project management owner
Mm.
within the organization. When I say project management owner, that means there is no, they have a PMO department, but there is no PMO head, right?
Mm.
So we started working on this part actually. So we gave them one PMO head. So the PMO head took place. Now we started working with the PMO head to set up the policies, procedures, then the transfer of knowledge and the softwares. And within few months, we could not bring all the projects into under the PMO softwares because that takes time. So we want to give them a visibility within the short time, and within a few months we show them that they have like 100 other projects, but they have this particular two projects which is administered by the PMO and the system, and the chairman can see the visibility. These two projects, wherever he goes, he see the real-time status of the projects, right?
Mm.
And the other projects he does not have the visibility. So the beautiful part was that then basically that Mr. Chairman got confidence that yeah, this is the model we need to move forward. Now he is investing more into this PMO department, strengthening this PMO department so that PMO can manage more and more projects, right? So yeah, I feel so great that
Mm.
we started giving these kind of solutions to our the clients.
That's a great story. I can imagine that once you have that level of control over a project, it would be very hard to go back to the old model.
Absolutely, absolutely. The moment the top management realize the benefits, the beauty of real-time benefits, right? So that's the game changer, right? They money is not a problem for the enterprises, right? So money is not a problem. What they need the transparency and visibility. I'm repeatedly using these two words: transparency and visibility, right?
Mm.
And it's only possible when you have a structured office, when you have a tool software where basically things get real time updated and you see the visibility, right? So you are absolutely right. The moment they get in, as long as a technology provider we can actually solve their problems, we can actually support whenever they need, as per their need, they are going to stay for a long time, and that also gives us a sustainable revenue model because it's a subscription model that needs to be renewed every year. So that also gives us an edge to do more actually.
Yeah, I love that you brought up visibility because you can't solve a problem unless you see the problem, right? And if you have a spreadsheet system or something else, it could take months to know that a problem exists. So your response rate to that problem is going to be dictated by how quickly the problem is visible for you to solve it.
Absolutely, absolutely, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah, fantastic. What else would you like anybody listening to know about PMaspire and your project management software?
So thank you actually. So PM Aspire actually comes with one slogan, aspire towards growth, right? So far we feel so proud to actually serve people, around the clock and across the continents. In almost 7 continents, we have clients. We have more than 500 plus, partners around the globe. So whenever I visit, I have a lot of friends to meet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we plan to actually expand our network more, Just one message: if you think you are good at project management, or you have interest in project management, and you want to do some kind of project management related business, reach out to us. Just reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to actually help you out, including website setup to product setup to actually exploring your local market. We'll appoint one of our partner manager to work with you very closely to expand your business locally in your territory. So just think, you want to do project management, PMaspire is there for you.
Fantastic. I have to tell you, I love your passion for this. I can tell that this is more than just a job for you. I can tell that you really love the impact that you're having on these individuals and these organizations.
Absolutely. Actually, this kind of product-based, business requires a lot of effort, right? So especially, for the entrepreneurs, it's like a 15 hours, work per day, no holidays, working, desperately for, almost like one decade. And trust me, not a single day I feel tired, not a single day, and I feel so rewarded when like I serve a client, other person in the world, right? When I feel so rewarded when my clients come in and said, Abdullah, I'm doing great business. Thanks for your support, and you have a great team. So that makes my day, right? So yeah, it's exciting journey I'm into.
Yeah, well, fantastic. Well, it's been such a pleasure getting to know you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Jay. Nice meeting you. It was a fantastic, experience talking with you. You are just a great host. Really appreciate. Look forward to it.
Thank you so much. Well, once again, I want to thank you for joining us on the podcast today. I also want to thank my guest, Abdulla, for joining us and for sharing his insights. By the way, you can reach out to him if you have any questions. His email is abdullah@pmaspire.com. Or if you're interested in learning more about PMO, you can email at pmo@pmaspire.com. I've gotten a lot of food for thought today thinking about project management and wondering if you're still one of those companies that is tracking your projects on a spreadsheet. And how can you solve a problem if you don't know the problem exists? Project management software is the solution, and it will help your company be more efficient. It'll save a lot of money, and you'll be able to pivot quickly and address problems possibly well before your competitor who's still using those spreadsheets. So lots to think about. I want to once again thank Abdulla for joining us today on the program. Lots more coming up as we talk about the state of project management in the business world today. Thank you, and I'll catch you next time.